It's been a while now since I let AI take over my full editing pipeline. Now, it's been 5 months, and that was my actual goal since the beginning. Letting AI, Claude Code, edit all of my videos that I have posted online. From my short form videos, including my long form videos, all of the videos that you're seeing on screen here have been edited by AI fully. And this has allowed me to not dedicate much of my time on cutting my videos, editing my videos, preparing my videos, and posting my videos. I have a full working pipeline with AI agents handling all of those stages for content production, post-production, and distribution. And you will be amazed to see like my behind the scenes on how my process works. So that's why I'm making this video. At this point where I'm at right now, it actually feels that I have a teammate that takes over a lot of pieces on my actual workflow for content production, including editing in this case, saving me hours every single month of actual work that I could dedicate on another bigger task on my business. And don't get me wrong, I love editing, but I feel like the best thing I can do as a business owner is to train my AI agent to handle this work that is required and is part of my business. So this is the video for you. If you want to understand the best principles I use to train my agents to edit my videos, alongside showing you how I systemize my full content production pipeline and giving you insights and the strategy I have behind my business also, and how I use AI agents for basically everything. So with that being said, let's jump right straight into the video. All right, everyone. So I have this beautiful presentation on the left that I'm going to be going over in this video that basically just tells you more about how I'm basically able to systemize agentically all of the basically like the entire stage of post-production, letting my agent handle motion edits, cutting my videos, adding captions, doing proper reframing, adding proper B-rolls, developing carousels, adding graphics, and all of that stuff, including distribution that I will be going over in a bit. So yeah, the goal with this video is to teach you how I have trained my AI agents to handle all of this for me, for my business, and how can you do that too. Okay, so you're actually not too far on training your agents to cut your videos, add B-rolls in the right places, create motion graphics on top of them, add captions, reframed, add the proper sound effects, all of that. Why? Because we do have this framework, HyperFrames, that could be installed right now with one line of code into your Claude Code project, and you can get your agent to do all of the stuff that I have mentioned here, like how I have done with this short form video that you see here, and there's a couple of showcases that are part of mainly HyperFrames, the framework that I've been telling you. HyperFrames is this framework that allows your agents to edit videos and create videos from scratch, which is code. Okay. Now, the goal here is for you to use these frameworks and have this understanding that that your agents are capable of doing all of this, so you can create a month of content in a single day, right? For example, what's the process that I follow? I have one recording, I have my long form video, and I basically just have a proper step-by-step phase with skills. So each of these phases here are basically skills that are chaining together. And we start with dropping in my long form video. Every time I finish a long form video, I drop it in. I drop the video in to my Claude Code agent on a session. And then I just tell it to, hey, I want to use a clip machine workflow. And the clip machine workflow basically has like ears. So we basically extract the transcript out of the video with the word level timestamps. And then the agent is able to have pick the best moments because it has like a framework that it needs to follow to consider if this is a great moment. And then it's going to basically reframe that into 9:16 using HyperFrames, for example. And then after that, it's going to basically edit the full video with a proper composition, an editing composition that you have as your main standard, alongside with a skill that you train Claude with how you want your videos to get edited. And then after that, he's able to post those videos for you automatically. And I will share more in details on what are we using with, for example, for the distribution, we have a social media API platform that is Zernio, that you just basically connect all of your social platforms there, and you can give your API key to your agent, and your agent is going to be able to directly connect to your social platforms that you have connected, like Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and YouTube. And if you have a proper skill, well, if you have just like a clear instruction of, hey, all of these clips after you're done with the full editing, please post them across all of these channels throughout the month. And he's able to do that perfectly, packaging all the clips with the right captions per platform and all of that stuff. So that's like a workflow that I have been sharing throughout my channel for this past like 4 months. But this just gives you clarity that this could be applied to any process in your business, okay? This could be systemized into skills, tools that your agent has access to get the main outcome that used to take a whole team to do it. So this is crazy good. This clip machine workflow, I will be sharing it where you can get access to it in a bit, okay? Now, what happens inside each edit? So there's also like a framework. In this phase here of the edit, there's a framework also in there that I call it start, okay? Why? Because we start with stealing the standard. We basically have inside our project more details on basically our brand. Like, what are our branding colors? What are our fonts? What are our caption styles? Some of the editing inspiration that we have gathered from either Pinterest or Instagram. And this is basically like your collection of edits, your library of inspiration. And this basically works as the training data on how your agents actually perform editing videos, right? You can actually take a look at Super Design, for example. This is a really cool, you can say, library of animations, styles, UI components that you can basically just give to your agent, and your agent is going to be able to apply on top of your video. For example, the styles that you can basically give to your agent if you like any of them, and you can just tell it to, hey, can you change this branding color? Instead of green, just put it orange, because that's the branding color that I want to portray with my brand, and stuff like that. So Claude in this stage here is basically looking at the taste file first. Well, the file is not named taste, but it's just basically an example of what I'm trying to tell you right now. Inside the content operating system that I have a folder called brand assets, right? Or the branding profile.md file that just basically explains more of my brand details. And basically Claude, when it comes down into editing, he's going to take a look at that, okay? And then we have transcribed to the word. So it's really important to find and extract the millisecond ground truth every cut and caption inserts it. So this is basically like extracting the transcript from the actual video that we're going to edit. And we need to extract the transcript in a way that we're able to understand when each word was mentioned in the specific millisecond. So the agent is able to apply the right motion graphic at the right moment in time, the right B-roll on top, and do the proper process that is now animate the moves. That is adding captions, B-roll graphics, written as code plays on words. But this also applies to not just placing code. It also is like adding an image. But at the end of the day, everything comes down into code when it comes when the editing happens. Even if it's adding an image, it's going to write a line of code and then it's going to reference the image file. So yeah. And then we have refine the senses. This is the R. Grade boys sound effects inside 1/10 of a second. It's just going to add the right sound effects to all the components getting added on top of the composition. This applies to B-rolls, motion graphics, and all of that stuff. And then finally, we have test at the gate. this is where we have like a quality filter, right? A set of questions that we ask the agent if he basically cover all of them throughout the actual video itself. So this is super, super cool. Now, if you want to learn more about the content operating system that allows me to make a month of quality content in a single day, and more about the community dedicated to building agentic systems around content production, I recommend you checking out the first link in the description that I'm going to leave. And this content operating system basically covers all of the phases for content production. It's able to systemize agentically with proper agents, tools, skills, each of these stages like pre-production, production, post-production, distribution, engagement, and analytics. And I'm able to get a month of content out in just a single day. So in this video, I went over more of the actual, you could say, frameworks that I use for my post-production stage, where if you get access to the content operating system, you will have all the proper skills and agents dedicated to editing, and also a library of more than 25 editing compositions with high quality standards that will make your videos go viral, alongside the clip machine and some of the dedicated skills for reframing, adding captions, video cutting, and all of that. Alongside, in this video, I cover more of the layer for distribution. You also get a skill and an agent and how to connect the proper tool into the distribution stage. So your agents are going to be basically be managing the full distributing your content on multiple platforms for you. So like I said, if you want to get access to Nave, the content operating system that you actually own on top of your Claude Code project, and more details on the actual community, giving you actual training, live calls, and resources, vaults. The community of what's inside, you can check out the first link in the description. So with that being said, let's continue the actual presentation, okay? What does a video editor actually do? Well, I did already cover most of the things that an editor actually takes over with, and how I have my AI running all of this for me. So I'm basically saying that my video editor is now an AI, but this doesn't apply to everyone. Now, what I do consider that is useful for my actual content is letting the AI do all the cuts on my video, adding the B-rolls, motion graphic explanations, adding captions for me, reframing, and adding zooms. Why? Because that's something that I don't want to hire anyone else to do, and I work with AI, and that's what I do. I have dedicated my whole life to this. All right, so here we have one system, raw video in, posted clip out. So this is basically just all the stages that I basically go over every single day when I finish creating a long form video. All right, and for the first stage is actually me dropping the footage into a session with my Claude Code agent. So I basically host Claude Code inside VS Code. And inside VS Code, I just basically have a dedicated project where I basically manage my entire business. In there, I have a dedicated folder that is the content operating system folder. That is the layer that allows Claude to do all of this, okay? Now, inside that session, I basically, when I'm done with recording my long form video, my footage, I basically just go to the video and I'd reference the path. And I give the path to my agent, and my agent is going to be able to go over the next stage, that is video cutting, right? Extracting the transcript, taking out the silences, retakes, all of that. And then it goes into editing, adding the proper captions, B-rolls, motion graphics, like you probably have seen at the beginning of the video. The main purpose of the intro of this video was to just give clarity on my entire journey with AI editing my videos. So what's the thing that I did? Well, I told Fable, I use Fable, okay? Fable is the best model for just like design overall, and you have it natively to Claude Code. So I recommend you using Claude Code because of that for systemizing your content production with AI agents. So yeah, I just told Claude, Hey Claude, the main purpose of this intro was to make sure we give clarity, we educate people on the journey, and we actually show results. Here are the assets, so all the videos that you can place on top of the layer of the composition, so you can clearly show to the public how I've been having my AI agent edit all of my videos. Okay, so that's an example of how I basically enter myself in this stage. Enter myself. I basically like take over the, you can say, human in the loop in this specific stage with a more creative guidance that I know is going to help the video, right? The editing on top. Now, Fable is pretty good at if you let it just freestyle, like just tell what's the actual goal with the editing, and you will be getting surprised by the quality and just like the edits is able to actually make that actually makes sense. Okay, so I recommend you trying both. Now, whenever I have a really good editing composition that I want to replicate for other videos, I basically create something that I call repeatable formats, repeatable format skills. Okay, these are basically skills that can be used and again and again and again and again to get the same outcome. So for editing in this case. So if you really like an editing piece that you were able to create with your agent, just tell your agent, hey, can you create a skill out of this? And that will be really helpful. Okay. And then stage number 4 is the actual distribution side. So this is where we connect the tool that I have specified with you, Zernio. I give total access to my agent to Zernio, and I have a training process on how to post to all 13 social platforms that Zernio is able to post to. If you need more guidance on this specific just like stage, I recommend you checking out the community or the actual previous videos that I have made. For example, the AI agent social media manager that I will recommend you taking a look at on my YouTube channel, or many other videos that I have done. So in this stage, I just tell my agent, hey, we're done with the editing. This video looks good. Now let's just post this to YouTube. And he's able to take over the full packaging, schedule the post, or post it right now. And then I basically tell it to, hey, now let's use the clip machine workflow to get the 10 best clips out of this video so we can get them posted to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And he's able to take another process, right? The one I share in this video also. Now, this could be an end-to-end automatic process, but we're not there yet fully. My goal is to be there in like 2 to 3 months, but the use case has to be really specific. I feel like I can't do all of this end-to-end fully automated yet with my content, but the goal is to get to that level. Okay. And yeah, I feel like that was all for this video. I think I covered everything. Oh, I missed this one here. So your agent is also able to add color grading to your videos, to your images, and this is also cool, right? And I think we're getting to the end of the video. Thank you so much for staying at this point. I really appreciate you. One thing that I can recommend you watching if you're still interested on knowing how I made a month of quality content for one of my clients in a single day, I recommend you taking a look at this video here, and also checking out the naveinfinitex.com/join page that I will leave in the description. So with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful for you. It got you clear on how can you get your agents to edit your videos for you, and more of an understanding on how can you systemize a lot of processes with your AI agent. Hopefully the principles and the actual frameworks gave you that clear understanding that that everything's possible with the right training skills, tools, and yeah, all of that encompassed together with your AI agent, because this is actually a powerful moment that you can take leverage from, and this is the actual future where we are heading. So nothing else to say. Thank you guys so much for staying at this point of the video. I will appreciate a like, you subscribing, and turning on the bell notifications so you don't miss any videos. So with that being said, see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao.